What we of course realize that has happened, especially in the course of the last 2 years, is the adoption of digital channels. And while earlier there was a lot of talk around digital channels and physical domains, it's very, very clear that those spaces have now blurred and rather blended. So what consumers are looking for more than ever before is a very seamless experience across the different touch points. Our own research at Salesforce, the shopping index, suggests that consumers are now straddling as many as 9 touch points before they actually make a purchase. So it's very, very common for consumers to get inspired by some of the social media channels, eventually look up the website, go to the app, add something in the cart, and potentially do a pickup in store. And that's where it becomes very crucial from a tech standpoint that you're able to stitch information about that one consumer across all touch points, have a very cohesive view of that consumer to shape your strategy going forward. So as an organization, as a brand, as a retailer, getting your data strategy right has become very, very crucial, because you're now not just talking about traditional retailers, but also some of these digital new age brands which are born on the web. So what that really means from an omnichannel tech standpoint is that you have a customer data platform, you have a data strategy that is rooted in picking up the right kind of information about consumers, able to segment them not just at the level of thousands, but almost hundreds on the basis of psychographical data, predict their needs. So a lot of predictive analytics is kicking in for you to figure out demand, really shape your portfolio choices, and have each of your departments, whether it's sales, marketing, customer service, have one view of that consumer so that they're all sort of talking to each other and it's seamless. And I think that's where getting the tech right that is able to learn with time as well as scale becomes very crucial. When you say data strategy, I wouldn't restrict it to a certain type of retailer at all. I think online it becomes imperative that you are sitting on certain information that's coming easily to you in the form of your own website or app, or whether you're present on a marketplace. But even when it comes to an offline retailer, being able to understand how a consumer is becoming aware about your brand, what is the consumer really considering in their entire purchase cycle, who are they getting influenced by, and then eventually where is it that they are wanting to make a purchase, so that you as a brand are present where they are. And then sort of ensuring that you have a data strategy that's giving you AI-powered insights, for example, that you can cut, segment, really boost to shape your strategy in terms of figuring out how do I come up with a loyalty program that's going to make sense for a Gen Z cohort of consumer. How is it that I'm going to come up with retention strategies, reduce churn, such that I'm not seeing dropouts or I'm not seeing abandoned carts when that consumer who's visited my store is actually going to my website once he or she is back home. So I think from an offline standpoint as well, from an engagement lens, from a retention lens, and from a conversion lens, all of these three become very crucial for an offline retailer to have the right kind of data that they are able to then sort of bring out insights from and shape their strategies. So I would say it's imperative for retailers, whether they are online or offline. When I see from a tech standpoint, number one, predictive analytics is going to become very, very crucial. And I know I've mentioned that earlier as well, but the reason I say that is consumers are now wanting faster deliveries. Consumers are now seeing their best experience actually become a benchmark for them. So they don't want to wait. They need instant gratification, convenience. A lot of that comes when you're able to sort of marry tech, AI, big data, along with behavioral psychology, and predict the needs of consumers, not just today, but what they might want going forward. And consumers are now not looking at just being a data point in the entire pool of consumers for a brand. They want you to know them. So I think predictive analytics is going to be very crucial. The second one that really comes to my mind from a tech standpoint is going to be your data platform itself. How solid is your data platform? When do you really invest in customer data platform? And a lot of that is rooted in what your data strategy is going to look like. And when I say CDP and why that's crucial is because as your business scales, grows, cuts across different channels and mediums, your data platform is going to help you scale along with it. So that's the second one. And I think the third one, an interesting one at that, would be some of these innovations that are happening in a more futuristic way, which is, for example, voice search. India is such a diverse nation. The coming together of voice, vernacular, and video is really shaping shopping solutions going forward. So how is it that you really invest in tech that is also going to keep pace with some of these innovations and help you tap not just the tier 1 metro consumers who are already adopting digital in a big way, but also your next phase of shoppers, rest of Bharat, that's going to be rooted in a lot of assisted commerce. So I think social commerce, assisted commerce is going to become the next leg where a lot of tech investments will take place.